Hello nation, and welcome back to the Homestead. Well, today we're going to go ahead and give you our 1 year, 200 hour review on our 60 horse Kioti tractor. We've owned this 60 horsepower Kioti tractor for almost a year now. Matter of fact, the end of December it will be a year. But we already have over 200 hours on this tractor, which those of you that know anything about tractors knows for in that short amount of time frame for me to put that many hours on this tractor, I've been on it a lot and been working it and been, really testing it out, doing everything I can with it in order to be able to give you guys a good solid proper review. We've done the 50-hour review, the 100-hour review, and now we're at the 200-hour review. And in all honesty, my opinion of this tractor just keeps getting better. Here I am at 206 hours on this tractor, and the only thing that busted was that knuckle on the backhoe part, and that was my fault. Everything still works as great as it did from the very first day that they brought it off the tractor. I have bent up the bucket a little bit with getting a lot of these stumps and stuff out, but I could have prevented that by putting those piranha teeth on it, in which I'll probably invest in here pretty shortly down the road to prevent any more bending on my bucket and to save the lip there in the front what best I can. Tires are still great, motor's still running good. Everything is in tip-top shape. Now, I will caveat with this and tell you this, that preventative maintenance is the key with any piece of equipment, and then staying on top of your services. Now, we went a little bit long before we did the 100-hour service, but we still got it done, and we got the 200-hour service done a little bit beforehand. Okay, so besides this just being an awesome piece of equipment, the fact that it is doing as well as it's doing is because I have been doing my part, because I got educated by Jay and the people at Steck about the preventative maintenance on this tractor, which means checking that air filter, checking the greasing everything, after so many hours of being on the tractor. After like every other use, I go around and 2 pumps. Jay says 2 pumps of grease in each one of my fittings, and if I bust a fitting, I know how to replace the fitting. They taught me there at Steck on how to replace the fitting. It wasn't really rocket science, but I had no idea about it. Besides just beauty, wear and tear from stickers and little busted things in plastic grates from tree branches or brush or anything that I've been getting myself into, this, even beauty-wise, this tractor, the paint and everything is holding up. So I really don't have anything really to complain about. So the only real negative that I have is the one that I've had ever since the very beginning, where the shifter, where I go from low, medium, and high with the neutrals in between, is still very sensitive. I know that may not be a negative in case of an accident or something like that happens, because of the emergency switch that it will turn the tractor off. I get that, but this is, I just bump it in the slightest and the computer will register that it's not in neutral and shut the tractor off when I'm off of the tractor. Steck looked at it. They did the best that they could do with it. It's a lot better than what it was, but it's still, and maybe it's at now where it's supposed to be. But I don't, when I bump it, I'm a big boy, okay? So when I bump it when I'm getting off the tractor, it doesn't do it as often as it used to when we first got the tractor. Other than that, I'm still just overly impressed by the performance level of this tractor. I haven't had a task yet where I've been working and felt the motor start to work. When you're working a piece of equipment and if it's really got to work, you'll hear the motor start to torque. It'll start, you'll hear it. I haven't had that yet with this, and I've lifted up some pretty heavy stumps, some pretty heavy rocks, moved a lot of compost, moved wood chips, dug big holes, dug out big trees and pushed them over. So we've pretty much run the gambit with everything, even with the bush hog, running over stuff I probably shouldn't have ran over, but it was an accident. But it handled it. It took it. Never once have I felt the motor go where it strained. Still rides comfortably. The controls still work like they're brand new. There's no hookups or hiccups or anything like that. So I'm still over the moon happy about my Kioti tractor at 1 year and 200 plus hours on this tractor. So if you like this video, go ahead and check out this video over here in the corner where we went to Steck and when we were looking to buy the tractor and everything that we learned about the tractor on that day. Thanks for coming by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless and have a nice day.